Merry Christmas and welcome to a little Christmas poker grind right here. So I'm going to be playing two tables of 5NL. We got one table, the first hand, just about to come up here. So during these grinding sessions, I'm going to be playing two, maybe three tables. And if you feel up to it, go ahead and open up your poker software, jump on a couple tables, and play along with me. Two tables of 5NL. And for the Christmas spirit, of course, I've got the best classic Christmas music mix 2022 1 hour playlist. We're going to get started on that one. Jingle Bell Rock is the first song. I love Christmas music myself. During the Christmas season, I'm always playing it. When I'm making dinner, if I'm not watching a movie, I have Christmas music playing. Got my Christmas tea, peach tea. So as I go through these grinding sessions, playing two tables, I am going to discuss the logic behind my decisions as we go. But I'm not going to say, every single play and why I'm making it, right? A simple fold, a simple Cbet as a bluff, I might not mention anything. But, wow, good shove, making my fold easy. When a session starts, I'm automatically looking at the table, looking at stack sizes, looking at stats, looking at plays the different opponents make. He just shoved a full stack. I don't know what might have happened in the hands leading up to that. Maybe he's tilting. Maybe this guy started with $2. He just lost $3 to him. I have no idea what's happening with that shove right there. But let's automatically, with that play, let's give him the orange. Now, he ISO raised just now out of position versus two limpers, so just 15 cents. That to me is a fishy play. If he had pocket aces and he was like a tight aggressive or a capable player, he would have made it more because he wants to get more value out of the limpers, right? Speaking of limpers, look at this. I've barely played two hands, right? Big blind and small blind. And I already know, truly, I already know 4 of the 5 opponents. Actually, I know 6. Look at this short stack that he is. Now, if he didn't just lose a lot of chips, if he's like $1.84 buys in for that amount or $2 buy-in at a 5NL game, this guy's an absolute fish. So as soon as his HUD pops up, color code him green. Wow. Flush draw? Flush draw plus a pair? Oh, just a king. King 5, 2 pair. Wow, getting it all in with top pair weak kicker. I hope you rebuy. Ah, he left. We'll never see him again. That's kind of one of the drawbacks. It might be the only drawback to ignition poker or anonymous poker is that you just don't know your opponents, right? When you sit down, I could have played with all these players 5,000 hands each, but I'm never going to know because they all have this random player. You can see on the screen, maybe it's a little small, player 3-012A844, You get a random name each time, so you don't know who they are. But the thing that you do with ignition poker or any anonymous side or even tournaments, right? When you sit down, a lot of your tournament opponents, you don't know anything about them. Or just regular cash games. You get new players at your tables all the time. Your job in the very beginning is to classify them by player type as soon as possible. So you're looking for those actions, the starting stack size, their bet sizes, all that kind of stuff gives you a really good indication of what kind of player you're up against. And I'm pretty sure fish. I'm pretty sure that observation or those classifications will not change. But if they do, I'm always willing, like if he ends up being a tight aggressive player, I'm always willing to go from green to yellow. Just got to keep paying attention. New player over here. Sweet. Wow. The fact that you called 80 cents or whatever that was with a queen high hand. I know this guy's, he's a short stack fish. Shoving with ace king is a totally fine play right there. But the fact that you just now limped and then you limped over here, we've got a couple of fish on this table too. Ace 9, ace deuce, 10 big blinds you lost. Okay. Got my tea and my water. So I'm ready to grind. If you're grinding right now, good luck to you. I wish you all the best. Of course, Merry Christmas. This video's coming out Christmas Day. Hold me tight. All the way home I'll be warm. We've got so many fish. I can easily get a call, even though I make it full pot. Look at that. And potentially like some nice 3-bets or something. Well, that can happen too. Ace, queen. So it's a hard to hit board, but there is straight draws possible. King 10, Jack 10, that kind of stuff. I am going to bet slightly over a good amount. Going for value right there. So any 9 can call, any under pocket pair. Everybody realizes nowadays, they realize that paired boards are hard to hit. So any straight draw, especially from fish, is going to call. Any under pair, 8, 7, 6s, things like that, they're potentially calling as well. Ace high might even call, just in hopes that I'm bluffing, he hits an ace on the turn, and we got fish at our table. Totally willing to call ace high. So I had to value bet that. What's his VPIPing? He folded to a 3-bet, so... Oh, it must have been an ISO raise. So if we click on this right here, within the smart HUD, right? We have raise first in 0, but it was ISO raise. 50 out of 2 opportunities. So many players in this spot would ISO raise much smaller, right? But my goal, I'm trying to extract max value out of my opponent. 6 deuce deuce, he's not going to believe I have anything. I'm going to bet he can call with 2 overs. Now, I don't want him to hit, but if he has 2 overs right here, he is, if he would have called, he's giving too much theoretical value to me to bet that much or to call that much. So maybe I should have sized it down less, but I know that fishy players, they're totally willing to call with King Jack. Limp and then call with Jack 10, Ace 9 offsuit, things like that. All of those, my pocket 10s were crushing, so I was just going for max value versus all the potential calls. Oh, he folds 100%. It's only 1 out of 1, but still, that's good. Showdown value, we have an ace. I can't get an ace to fold. If I bet here, can I get value out of anything worse? A king high. Oh, he's donking for half pot. He's generally flop honest. If he was just making a block and bet, fish often make 1 or 2 big blinds, not full half pot at 3 big blinds. I think this is an ace. I hope we get to see it. Bet half pot again, 30 cents. Ooh, he's got an ace. Don't be scared on that. Bet again. Get value out of him. Shove your ace. If he's going to call 70, he's going to call 88. Right? I don't know. Got the gut shot. So many players. Just checking. Show your hand. Shucks. See, in the very beginning, 41 cents. When I was dealt only 1 or 2 hands at the time, I color-coded them green based on what I saw. They're living up to my expectations. And that's why I play Ignition Poker. Fish show you their fishiness in hand after hand. Now, this is generally the time when I would top off, so we'll see what happens this hand. I'll top off afterwards. Run, run, Rudolph. Limp, limp, fishy. Hand me all your chips right now. Very good. Saw no reason to ISO raise right there. Not with just a suited baby ace. Mid ace. A pair of tens. King jack can call. Weaker aces. Ace 5, ace 6 can call. A pair of fours might be able to call right there. The second 10 hit. I think I can check. Yeah, I'm good with the check right here. Because I could potentially check call a weaker hand. Jack doesn't, I mean, yeah, king, queen just completed, but I'm not scared of that. I am going to bet a little bit over half pot, going for value, potentially getting a call by a river jack right there. Maybe an underpair that doesn't want to believe. You know, on second thought, thinking about that hand, there might not have been much that could give me value. I'm going to do this. I need to tag this hand. Review. I'm not saying that river bet was a mistake. You're unbelieving on flops. So I'm going to bet for value right here. He might be able to call with ace high, under pairs, give me value. Bet now, but then I can check the turn on the next street, potentially. Fish. Oh, short stack fish. Limpy McLimperson. Jack and a 3. Don't want to do it. Ace, queen, good kicker. He's got a 10x pot, 11x. Just going to bet for value, man. Top pair, top kicker. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. 11-11, tight player. Limpy, limpy, love it. Get to see it for free. Hit nothing. So when he bet one big blind into 4, the 10-5 on that flop seems like a no-brainer fold. Like, just click fold and be done with the hand. But one thing I always try to teach my students is, like, remove your hand from your mouse, right? Gives you time to think. Think about that spot right there. That was a potential bluffing spot. One big blind into 4 with a couple of spades. He could have easily had a couple of spades, and it was a blocking bet to a flush draw, right? Now, and so I could have potentially raised if I had a different hand. 10-5 is almost an auto fold right there. But it always benefits you to stop and think about the spot. What could I hold there? What would be a good reason to raise? What's a good hand to raise? What does his bet size signify, right? So the more thought that you do like that, not just, oh, 10-3 I fold, 10-5 I fold, 6-4 I fold, like, think about what could potentially cause you to enter the pot, to 3-bet, to Cbet, to check raise. The more thought you put into your options, you're going to train yourself to think about that when the time is right. Oh, 100-0. Raise first in. 0 out of 3. No 3-bets. We got, a short stack 3-bet. Here's the thing. This is something I generally don't do. I am going to call because he has a very tight range, but I don't expect any 3-bet bluffers after me. I really don't. Which actually, I'd kind of be fine with 3-bet bluffing, right? I have an ace and a king. So I'm going to call right here. ISO raise. I'm going to call right here with the idea that I'm playing against the open raiser with a tight range, but I have position against him. 25 cents, 20x means I need to win $5 behind, but we got 2 players. Full 3-bet. Loose aggressive player. First 3-bet. Cbet's 0, but then we got a caller already over here. Man. Oh, what a bummer. Am I going to call 25 cents to set mine? No. Oh, crap. Something felt hinky here. That's why I folded that. He was giving me really good, but I wasn't getting the 20x implied odds for set mining, which is what I recommend to follow, because if you start to go 15 or 10x implied odds, then you just start making way too loose of calls. I mean, I think right here I'm up against a really... This is pocket kings. Oh, ace king. Oh, and the set of aces. Wow. Interesting spot. Ace 10, my ace king. I got to look at that hand again. We'll review it this way. So player 5 was the 3-bet squeezer. Player 3 took down a good pot. So I am player 4. Player 3 took it down. That was ace 10 he open raised with. So interesting. A player that doesn't like to open raise finally open raised. So he likes suited aces, suited connected aces. 3-bet. And I just didn't like the fact that I faced a call over here. It felt like I was basically hoping for an ace or a king, or I was just going to fold on the flop. That seemed like what would happen here. So I just gave up my initial call. Oh, that's good to know. One sixth pot donk with top pair wheat kicker. Scared better. Betor. Definitely a scared bet. He called. 25 cents scared bet once again. Now finally increase it to roughly half pot. $1.11. Size it down 2 big blinds. Yep. He's a down better when he's scared. For sure. I don't know what he had, but we can figure it out. Oh, what did I have that hand? I had the ace king. That's right. So we'll click this hand history button. What do I want to do right here? Scared. Oh, I already scared better, down better, whatever, when he's scared. Three-bet squeezed with the king jack. That's good to know. So potentially, that definitely means he's tight aggressive or loose aggressive. 2023, but we'll see what happens. If he ends up playing more hands, he's on the more loose aggressive side, but he's at a minimum. I'm sorry. Yeah, at a minimum, he's tight aggressive. And this is one of the benefits of paying attention to the action, thinking about your decisions, but also like replaying, looking at the hand history. Because when it comes to ignition poker, you need as much relevant information as possible because you don't have a history on these players, right? So whatever they do now is important to helping me read them now. Going through and reviewing these hands tonight or tomorrow, it's not going to help me ever play against these players again because I'm never going to come across them again. Nines. Definitely worth playing. No raising first in. 0 out of 6 opportunities. But he ISO raises 2 out of 7. Last time you open raised, he open raised with ace 10 before. I'm just going to call with nines. I'm ahead of ace 10, hands like that. Short stack. I'll call his shove, should he shove. Now you're going to 3-bet squeeze again. Last time it was just a king jack. There you go. He's going to be more hesitant to 3-bet squeeze again with a weaker hand. He's only going to 3-bet squeeze with a very strong hand after what happened last time. In position, 56 cents, 48, more than a full stack. Full stack here. 15. Oh, I'm just going to call. So I made that read before. Bet small when he's scared. It could be a weak king, right? King jack, king queen, possibly that. But it could possibly also be an ace high hand. Pocket eights, right? 15 again. Easy call. I'm letting him string himself along. I don't want to see an ace, a queen, or a jack on the river. A 10's not bad. I'll call another smallish bet. But last time, remember, he sized it up to half pot and brought it down 2 big blinds. If he makes it 42 cents here, he's weak. But it might be a weak king, but still I can call. 25, easy call. He's got ace high. Oh, pocket queens. So once again, interesting. He had a better hand than me, but it was a scared hand. He was betting scared all 3 streets. So that's 2 times now. This is great. 2 times now. Scared better. Boom. 2 times now I've seen him bet top pair weak kicker, under pocket pair, but he's betting small when he's scared. He kind of does it as blocking bet / gets value out of weaker, like he did right there. So, but in his mind, he's not getting value out of weaker. He's scared that his strong hand is susceptible, so he's betting smaller to not risk as much. Those were not value bets. Those were, oh crap, there's a king on the board. I got pocket queens. I'm going to bet small to not risk a lot. That's what was going through his head. So now that I know that about him, good. Let me top off here. Lovely opponent to tackle. 94-18. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. He's on my right too. Man, this is weird. He's looking tag, but he doesn't raise first in. Maybe just 6 bad opportunities so far, but we'll see. Anything playable. If I have anything playable against this player and I'm in position, I'm going to be playing as much as I can. Well, oh. Really ugly board. Shame. I just wanted to isolate this super weak player. Always calls steals. That's not a steal. Super weak player, but folds a lot. I was just isolating him because no one has shown 3-betting tendencies yet. Plus, we got fish over here. Another fish here. So I don't think it was a bad spot to open. I mean, it's a subpar hand for sure. Definitely not something I'd recommend. King 9, Ace 8. Yeah, neither one would have been folding to my bluff if I had bluffed on the flop. Now he's betting big. It could have been a bluff, but so far he's been betting small when he's weak. That was out of character. I always try to pay attention and take their tendencies into account. And when they make a play counter to what they've shown in the past, it means something. I gotta see. I wasn't. How did you? How did this limper? Was he a limper? I would assume he limped in the prior hand. How did you let him see that flop with Jack 3? He limped. You raise it only to 7. Okay, I've talked about this before. That's the downfall of weak players. You have the second best possible hand with pocket kings, and yet you're only making it 3.5 big blinds as an ISO raise. That's a huge mistake. This mega fish limped under the gun. He is not going to fold versus 4 or 5 big blinds. Bet bigger, get more theoretical value. Now, the end result might have been the exact same, right? So, and you get another caller over here. That's not bad. You got pocket kings. I mean, you can play, post flop as, play poker post flop. But then now, so he just now flopped Jack 3. You're betting 15. Why are you betting so scared? What is going on? Good, you got a call. And then you got a raise. And then, of course, you're calling. Now, it could be a top pair, just a jack. I don't fault the call. But I do fault that initial bet, man. $1.41, $1.39. Okay. He shoves, of course, and you're going to call with your overpair jacks. I'm down with calling. I don't think you need to shove to ISO him. Time down a little bit. Call. It might make him think you're weak, and he might shove over the top with just a jack or a couple of clubs. So I'm fine with that call, hoping that he comes over the top. And he doesn't. Then we see the Jack 3. Man, you did that to yourself. It would be doubling him up is tolerable if you just made a better pre-flop size. 3.5 is just not big enough. Especially, like I said, with other fish on the table. That could be a very strong hand. Only cost me 20 cents. I just have to win. 4 behind, $4, 20x. Jack 6-6. And I know his betting tendencies, right? Yeah, so he doesn't have anything here. He's finally not betting. Now, he might be checking the pocket aces, pocket jacks. Could be something like that. Oh, you just now hit a queen. See, the bummer is I know he bets small with weak hands, but any weak queen, any weak jack has me beat. So am I just going to call him again and give him value? No, I'm going to fold. What a shame, man. I know he has a queen or a jack. He's betting so small right there. It's a shame that I just didn't have a better hand. But it's okay. Why are you doing that? I hold your hands, they're just like ice. What's this one called? Baby, It's Cold Outside. What a good song. I wish there were more players, but I'm not leaving a table with a couple of really good fish like this. Sure, why not? He made it so cheap. Like I said, bluffs like that are not working. Value bets are not getting value. That's just so... What are you doing under the gun? Why are you making those kinds of... Yeah. He's a player that gets aggressive that he doesn't know why. He just knows that aggressive poker is winning poker. But he doesn't do it with any thought, really. Oh, he left. That's okay. Oh, 44.31? Making it 90. He doesn't have squat, dude. Guaranteed. He doesn't have anything good. I'm repping a queen right here. I'm repping ace queen easily. Set of nines? Yeah, he just has ace king. Maybe he has like pocket tens. Look at that tiny bet. Maybe he's slow playing. He flopped a set of queens and he's bet timing down. Yeah, there's no way a strong hand in a 3-bet pot is betting so small on that flop. Oh, good. New fish enters the fray. Well, I am going to bet just to try to take it down. Just to try to end it. Just to get any random king, jack, king 10, 7, 9 that he might have to fold. And now he min raises 15 into that. Man, I'm just not flopping anything against this player to be able to extract value. Not yet. Oh, he had auto-clicked call right there. You want to see a flop no matter what. This guy's a maniac. 8 high. 9 high. Oh, pair of nines. 96. What is happening here? Oh my gosh. He would have raised with an ace, so he doesn't have an ace right here. Backdoor nut flush, top pair, really good kicker. Now I'm going to bet small because I don't want to scare him off. Like, I want him to continue right here with any kind of pair, with a queen, with a 6, with an under pocket pair. Pocket 4s might find a call right here. I don't know. But I really don't think he has an ace, but I'm hoping he could give me value. That's one of the things, right? So maybe there's not a ton of hands in his range that can give me value, but he's a fish. I have top trips. I've got to be betting for value. You got to get value while the getting's good. Top pair, gut shot. Top pair, top kicker, gut shot. Ooh. Cbet's the flop, 3 out of 4, turn, 0 out of 1. I'm going to call, and I am going to, if it's a hard to hit board, I'm going to check raise flop. If it's a board that's kind of connected, I'll check call, and I'll see what he does on the turn. And I'll bet river if he checks behind. So I always like to do this with a plan, right? Set mining. I mean, that's 16.6x behind on a call. Man. The juicy player left. 3 diamonds. 4 to the straight. Buck 66. Take it, dude. I'm not going to play against this one short stacker. Oh, a new player. Okay, I'll play now. Oh, and another. Oh, all short stacked. Okay, all fish. Good. So I enjoy playing at full ring tables more than heads up or three-way tables. I stayed on that three-way table because we had, two really good fish to be tackling. But now that we have three fish on the table with me, I'll remain. New full stacker. This guy posts, he makes a big. I'm going to call to set mine. We got a couple of really decent, like 3-bet shoving kind of stacks. People just take a risk, 3-bet shove, and pick up 4 big blinds easy for it. So they could do it. But this is definitely worth calling to set mine right here. I can't necessarily win $2 from any one player, but trying to set mine against 3 other players, not a bad play at all. It's a really wet board, though. All the Broadways have pairs or open-enders or gut shots. There's pairs of 10s and 8s. I can't get much to fold. The only reason to continue is if I can see a way to get them to fold later. So, no. I don't know anything about his tendencies. I just know he's a fish. Now I see a small bet, but what I'm going to do, bet on the turn now if he checks behind? Make it 25 cents, 30 cents, but he's still going to call with any king and any 10. So it feels like ace high now he has for betting 2 streets or an under pair, 9s, 7s. Oh, now it feels like he's got 2 pair or better. Oh, wow. Okay. So I was right on my initial assessment. Those tiny bets flop turn was an under pair. I said 9s or 7s, but he had 6s. I was right on that. But when he shoved river, this guy's capable of bluff shoving rivers when his prior flop and turn do not work. So I got to take that into account with him. There we go. Oh wait, where'd his HUD go? Oh, I wonder if it'll come back. Same player. It might be a new HUD because he sat out. He might actually have a new player number. I don't know. Posting under the gun. Still tied after 30 hands. Looking loose aggressive. But I'll give him the green until I see 3 bets. I didn't see the action of that hand. Never been a fan of that song. Let's go Frosty. Kind of board that might have some fireworks. Oh, or not. Nope. Was alive as he could be. Frosty the Snowman's the song right now. Nitty Knit, he's probably going to fold. Hey. Gonna do it again. Ace Jack. He's gonna fold. If he 3-bets, he has a really strong hand. I guarantee if he 3-bets, it's not worse than Ace Jack. It's not an Ace 10, Ace 5 suited, nothing like that. It's a pocket pair or Ace King. So that would have been an easy fold. He was thinking about doing something, or his attention's on another table. That would be a nice board over here. Not a big pot to go after, but he is a fish. Another fish over here. We're the opponents to go after. I said pot, not a big stack to go after, but still, it's worth open raising. Oh, nice. You take it, buddy. So that was your second out of 6, right? 33%. Yep. Both out of the blinds. I'll keep that in mind for next time. Full pot on a turn 10. Looking tight aggressive. Folding to steals a ton. Definitely a tight aggressive player. We haven't seen anything go to showdown. You see this little note editor right here. There's nothing yellow around it. Like this player has, it's like you can barely see a yellow box around the green. That means there's a note here or a note up here. For this player, we haven't seen any hands get to showdown. He's played 2 out of 38, hence the 5% right there. But we haven't seen anything, so we just know he's a super tight player, you know. He might be what I call a lurker. Lurkers are players who are tight and they sit at a table for a long time on anonymous sites. They sit there for a long time, folding and folding and folding in order to develop a history on their opponents. So if you think about it, they're tight players, tight aggressive generally, like ABC kind of players. He wants to develop a history. As soon as he feels he has a good grasp on everybody, boom, he's going to now start open raising and 3-betting and C-betting and all that jazz. He probably only played like the top 10% hands, or maybe like, you know, Ace King and Pocket Queens were the only 2 hands he's played so far, kind of a thing. But if you think about it, that's a decent strategy. I know it's a very wet board, but I got the backdoor flush draw. I can double barrel on another heart. I'm just going to check here when that connects with the board that he quickly called on. I know he likes his hand, and look, he's telling me, he's telegraphing his punch right here. He tells me he loves his hand. Easy fold on my part. I used the fact that I had the ace of hearts, the nut flush blocker, to make that C-bet. But yeah, generally when the board is very wet and somebody calls you, and auto calls like that, right? He didn't even think about it. He just bam called. And the turn card connects with the board, he's got something there. Don't commit any more chips unless you have a very strong hand. Well, it feels like it could be a blocking bet, and I don't want to let him get a free club. Let's assume, this is how I'm going to play this. I'm going to assume he has the ace of clubs or king of clubs right now. I'm going to raise. He can't fold the nut. Shucks. So if we think about that board, right? I have the 5 deuce. I don't block any great clubs. I mean, okay, ace 5. Well, he would already beat me with ace 5 of clubs. I don't block anything really good right here. the best club hands with a 10 and a 9 on the board, ace, X, or ace of clubs, king of clubs, queen of clubs, jack of clubs. The four top clubs are potentially in his range. It would have been really hard for him if he would have bet that 10 cents. It would have been really hard for him to fold any of them on this board. My guess is he just had, I don't know, a king high, a king of hearts, and an eight of hearts, something like that. Something not worthy of continuing. But I just went for max value right there. Check raised. Where is it at? What did I raise it to? 5x is bet. That might have been a little too much. I think if I would have made it 4x or even 3.5x, it still would have charged him for any single club draw. I still would have been adequately overcharging him, so he's overpaying for his draw. I was too greedy. No folding to Cbets. What are you going to do? Doesn't fold to Cbets. What does he limp? Limp folds 50% of the time? Let's do it. Let's just hope he folds. This is one of the 50%. And I have a suited ace, That's always good. Flopping the nut flush draw. Backdoor straight draw. 1 over card. And he calls. Well, he wasn't scared on that. I am going to bet. I'm going to time down. Oh, and I blocked the straight flush too. Yeah. So he wasn't scared on that. Can he be scared on the king? I think I need to bet decently big here. Time down a little bit. Make him think I'm trying to bluff like this is a desperate river bluff. And I made my desperate river bluff. What are you going to do? Okay, he called. That's good. Wanted to shove. Let's see what he called with. So I purposefully sized it down from 3/4 pot to try to get value. I just thought 3/4 pot, like a top pair, a queen would fold right there. Let's see what he had. Oh, wait, that's not going to show it. We got to look at the hand history. This is interesting. Oh, fudge. Okay. I guess I could have bet more. No 3-bets from this player yet. We have a very good speculative hand, but if I hit anything great, I'm cracking this guy's super big hand. If he has ace-king, he's just checking behind. Okay, I would have bet if he had checked behind on the flop. Okay, so he had the 4 deuce suited. Let's take a look at that board. Flop, so just like me, flopped a flush draw, and he stayed in, of course. He gave me value. He gave me value when on the flop. He gave, because I was ahead of him on the flop. He gave me value with a weaker flush on the turn. And on the river, yeah. I mean, I bet you if he had 3/4, if I had to bet the full 3/4, he would have called. Being a fish, I wonder if he would have called a shove. What often happens when boards are super scary like that with 3 hearts for a non-flush, they're super. Oh, well, I'm in position. Let's call him to see what he does. See, now he's getting active now that he has plenty of hands on his opponents. I'm not going to let you get a free heart. I have a heart blocker. I'm not going to let you get a free king, a queen, a jack to catch a straight on me. 8s, now you're betting 30. Yeah. Easy. Just half pot. This is just it's basically like, it's kind of a bummer. Oh, queen's not bad. It's kind of a value bet right there. Just going to check behind, control the size of that pot. 4 to the straight, 3 to the flush. If he comes out firing, I'm going to fold. It's kind of a blocking bet right there on that flop. I had a top pair, weak kicker. If I would have just checked, he could have come out firing half pot easily on the turn, and I'm going to be folding right there on that 3rd heart. I didn't like that, and I don't like that jack. I don't like that he's a nitty player and he's coming out firing finally on the river. He had a good hand. All I have is top pair weak kicker. Ace 10, ace jack. Any king beats me right there. It was time to fold. This is still a pretty good table to stay on. Super nitty player. I can believe most of his bets. I can get out when the time's right. If I catch something really good, I can crack a big hand of his. So, and we got a fish. So I think this is still a good table to be playing at. Man, this is a boring song. Oh, this is one long. Oh, I don't know what the next. What is happening? Top Christmas songs of all time from 11 days ago. Jingle Bell Rock. Oh, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Oh, there's no timestamps. That's fine. We'll get to it. I love that song. I saw an article recently. Whoops. I saw an article recently about that Mariah Carey song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. And supposedly she kills it and she makes so much royalties and money off that song every year. And deservedly so. I think it's a great song. Ooh, lovely turn. Wow, look at you, dude. Oh, now you're getting more active. Do I want to rep an ace here? He probably has a lot of aces in his calling range. He's timing down. I'm going to rep an ace. Basically turning my showdown worthy hand just into a bluff right here. Because there's so much on the turn I'm going to hate. A queen, a jack, any undercard really. Not that I hate them, but I don't like them. I don't like any heart. The only thing I like is a king. I'm a 10, but not a 10 of hearts. Good, took it down. Not allowing any straight draw, flush draw, under pair to realize any kind of equity right there. Ending the hand and taking it down is always bueno. He's going to check there. So one of the reasons you just about always have to bet that flop is that you can check behind the turn. Now he bets 33 cents. He likes his hand. Checking behind the turn can be, not can be, it is a sign of weakness. And so he could just be capitalizing on that. But I just have hardly any equity. Don't even have an ace high at that point. He called on the flop. He's not going to be scared on the king. He wasn't scared on the two aces. Not scared on the king. There we go. Wow. So things are turning against me now. My C-bets aren't working. My open raises aren't working. No, the nit left. Left me alone with the fish. It's not like he's really betting on a draw. He could easily have Jack 10, Jack Queen. 6-7 just hit 2 pair. Straights didn't complete. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could have a set of deuces, right? Buck 39? Okay, this is the first time he's made these kind of plays. I've got to put him on a super strong hand. Yeah, I'm folding my top pair, top kicker. That's the first time he's gotten super aggressive like that, right? It seems like an easy fold to me. I mean, kind of a bummer, top pair, top kicker. That was a set of deuces. Or a set of sixes. Like, look how loose passive he is, right? Are those kinds of players really betting so big with, like, king jack? Where my ace jack beats them? No. Is he betting weaker top pairs that much? No. And there wasn't any draws, no flush draw for him to be betting so big. I mean, what? 3-4 had a gut shot. 4-5 had a gut shot. Open ender on the turn. Nope, had to get out of there. Oh, this is that George Michael song. What's it called? Last Christmas. I kind of like this song. Wow, I look super fishy here. Yeah, it didn't help that I was playing three-way and then heads up for quite a bit. That's going to make me look more fishy, which I do, 36-36. Even over here, look at that, 35-31, 45, 21% calling. Wow. Oh, it's only 3 out of 14, but it looks fishy, that percentage. Good. Cbet bluff finally worked. Ooh, king, queen. Good hand to open with. Against a few fish here. Hoping he doesn't 3-bet. Where's he 3-bet from in the past? In the blinds. Okay. Well, I'm not a fan of that, but I'm just going to bet to take it down. Going to play against this player. Relatively unknown. I have position against him. Turning my straight along with a flush draw. I'm just going to bet, I'm not scared of anything. I want to give him incentive to raise or to call. So I'm going to make it 0.2. He can call with a weaker ace. 29 cents betting full pot. Okay, I'm out of there. I would love it if he came over the top. He did. And I have the nut straight. He could have a full house right here, right? He's an 11, 11, 27, but it could be just a 10. 10, 9. He called me pre-flop. He's raising so much, he's committed. He's not folding. And I have the nut straight on a paired board with the nut flush redraw. If he doesn't have a full house, I'm crushing him, but he is calling. He's got a 10 and he's calling. I mean, it might even be ace queen, ace king calling. I guess that's possible. But he's calling. Oh, fudge. That was a bluff. Wow. Okay, good bluff. Wait, was it a good bluff? 4x, I made it 20. Yeah, pretty decent. I think it was a good bluff, and the reason why is because I read into that, he loves his hand, he's committed. If I had just a couple of clubs right there, which my 4 big blind, my tiny bet, looked like it could be just a club draw. It could be just a random king for a gut shot, right? So yeah, I think that was a good bluff on his part. If I didn't have such a strong hand, I could have easily found a fold against that. Ooh. Your second hand at the table and you make it 10 big blinds? Yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. All right, so it's been an hour for the grind. I think I'm going to end this session. But we're not done. We've got a few more hands. Ooh. Kind of a wet board. Flush draw is almost getting the right price. I'm going to bet a little bit bigger right here. Charge any flush draws he might have. Any ace highs are overpaying. He could easily have a flush draw at this point. He just called preflop. He can have king 10, king 9. He can have a set of 7s or 3s. I'm going to call, and then we'll assess on the turn. Oh, hate the ace. Aces can often bluff on a board like that. Now he bets a full pot. Man, this guy loves his hand. That wasn't a bluff. Oh, We Need a Little Christmas. This is a good song. Yeah. Drat, I could have stolen the button. Well, that's it. We're done on table 1. We've got 2 more hands on table 2. He must have hit the pot button. Oh. Good squeeze. Oh, man. He bets full pot. Wow. That's such a wet board. He could easily be doing this with a single heart. So, I mean, am I going to call and then be scared on any ace, queen, jack, or heart on the turn or river where he bets full pot again? This is just, he's a full pot better, right? So, and I had a good hand to start, but that flop hits, my pocket tens went to crap on that flop. So, no big deal. Alrighty. Thank you all so much for watching. Merry Christmas to you. I appreciate your viewership on YouTube and everything. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Say whatever you want. Say Merry Christmas to me. However you want to leave your comment, I would appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next one.